Hello everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name is David and welcome to my YouTube channel. So today, I want to give you my story, tell you my experience of attending the first ever 2014 Smallville ComicCon in Hutchinson, Kansas. This was the first time they ever had this event. And I spent the weekend there and I want to give you my thoughts on it, give you like a personal review, tell you what I like, what I don't like about it, if there's anything that needs to be improved for future conventions. This is where I will address those, okay? So first of all, I love going to conventions, okay? I've been to so many in the past few years, especially the annual ones here in the state of Kansas. Planet Comic-Con was the big one, KC FanCon, ConX, Motaku, which is an anime convention. In the past few years, I've been to Crypticon, NakaCon, like any nerdy event in the past few years, I have attended it. I try my best to attend them, and these events, you know, I save up money for it. I mentally prepare for them. I look up on cosplay and stuff like that. Like I whenever the chance I get, I usually tend to go. Okay, I love going to these things. So I have some pictures of the Smallville Comic-Con. I want to share them with you real quick, just a few. So we'll go through these real quick, and then I'll tell you what I thought about the event itself. This is my friend Michael and his friends. We went to the convention separately. I went with my friend Tony, and I can see there's a bunch of vendors and people in the background and stuff like that. As you can see, I wore green lantern. Okay. Now, this is a very cool photo. This is a bunch of cosplayers at the event. I actually arranged this myself. Like, I originally wanted just to take a picture with that Batman. That was it. But I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many cosplayers walking around me. I was like, hey guys, let's get together for a group picture. So I rounded up all these people. Okay. I have a video of this, by the way. And, you know, you see Black Widow, Batman, and Nightwing right there. Look at this guy. He's got overalls and a towel for a cape. Like, yeah, Superman right there. We got some Halo characters too. Some guys in nerdy shirts and Lex Luthor back there. Next picture. Here's some more cosplayers. We got Harley Quinn and Joker, some Super Friends. There's me. As you can see, there's a lot of people attending some of the booths and stuff like that. This girl who's wearing the Supergirl outfit, I met her up in the Kansas City Planet Comic-Con. Okay, so I met her there, had a picture up with her up there, and it was nice to see her again. And these must be her friends. You see there's a bunch of people attending the tables and stuff like that. Look at this little Justice League of ours. So we got that guy again, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow right there, Flash. Yeah, pretty cool. This is professional cosplayer Heather Kelly. Now, this was her during this auction that they had an auction, and that auction was something else, man. That auction was something else. I can't wait to tell you the story of that auction. So there was like a bunch of memorabilia, collectible items, autograph items and stuff like that, which are being up for bid. And she was like the Vanna White. She was holding up all the items and showing off to all the people, let them know what they're bidding on and stuff like that. And I won one item that has her autograph on it. Like, I won one of the items that she donated for the event, and she gave me a kiss on the cheek for winning it, and I had a picture with her. Like, it was great. Okay, but that auction, I can't wait to tell you about the catastrophe that is the auction at the first Smallville Comic-Con. Here's a selfie, like you can see a bunch of people in the background. That's my friend Tony right there. That's the guy I came with. I don't even know who these people are. Photo bombers. So, and that's the first picture we saw. So yeah, that was a few pictures. Whoa, look at the color. It'll auto adjust itself in a bit, but let me tell you what my entire day was concerning Smallville Comic-Con and just the event itself. You know, first of all, we went to Wendy's. My friend Tony and I, we just went to Wendy's, have burgers for lunch and stuff like that. And I never knew this, but look at this. Right now at Wendy's, they have Superman and Wonder Woman kids meal toys. Okay, so here's the bag for the promotion. As you can see, they have Wonder Woman's jet right there, some comics. Got a little comic in the back. Frisbees, also some other toys, and a glider. So yeah, if you want some Superman stuff, go to Wendy's. They have Superman promotional toys right now, okay? So that's pretty cool. So the drive to Hutchinson was about an hour from where I live. And it was great. You know, we listened to some podcasts that talk about comics and video games and stuff like that. We were mentally preparing ourselves for a nerdy day. So when we got there, first of all, I had to say this took place at the State Fair. Like every year at the Kansas State Fair, They do it at this particular area, okay? So everyone knew where it was. Everyone knew where to park and stuff like that. Parking was great. It was free, okay? First of all, Planet Comic-Con, for instance, their parking was not free. So here, free, amazing. That's all I wanted, okay? So it was, we parked like 3 rows away from the entrance. It was really close, underneath the tree in the shade. It was perfect, okay? So the day was going well so far. We went in, got our admission, and the first thing I had to say when I walked in there was, wow, this is actually pretty decent size for the price that I'm paying, okay? So I got a map of the event right here. This is all the tables right there, and this is the area where they had the panels, the Q&As and stuff like that. And look at all those vendors. That's a pretty decent size. For the record, FYI, it was $15 on Sunday and $10 on $15 on Saturday and $10 on Sunday, and that's just the door price. Okay, you can get it cheaper if you bought advanced tickets or whatever. That's a pretty good deal for a convention of this size. Okay, so some of the favorite vendors and stuff like that. I actually bought a couple comics like Evil Squid Comics. Okay, some Harley Quinn. They had a whole box of Harley Quinn comics. If you don't know me, I love Harley Quinn. So I was going through that whole box, and I picked out a whole bunch of favorite comics and stuff like that. Like especially the #1s, one-shots, special autograph comics and stuff like that. I got my hands on those. 2 of the biggest celebrities that were there. #1 would have to be Elena Hoffman. Now, she is probably well known for her guest roles on Supernatural. She was also Black Canary on the TV show Smallville. Another actor that I had my eye on was Phil Morris, okay? Phil Morris, you may know him from Seinfeld. He played Jackie Childs, that crazy attorney on Seinfeld. He was in Star Trek. He was also in Smallville. He played John Jones, aka the Martian Manhunter. So he was there. He did a panel, and as a matter of fact, we actually attended that panel. Now, the panel was great. His Q&A, I thought was very interesting. He was very down to earth. He knew martial arts, so he did his own stunts and stuff like that. And unless it's like very dangerous, he wouldn't do his own stunts. But he talked about his experience with acting and stuff like that. He knew Johnny Cochran, who he portrayed as he kind of mimicked that as his Jackie Childs his role. Okay, he kind of. He actually announced, this is the coolest part of the entire panel, he actually announced a movie that he's working on that he told everyone to keep it a secret, and I will keep it a secret. I won't tell you guys what movie it is, but if I tell you guys, oh my gosh, all the comic book nerds will be screaming out, okay? He's working on a movie right now, and it's not even announced on the internet. No one knows that this movie has been made yet, except for those people that attended this panel. And I gotta say, if you're a big comic book fan, you're gonna love this movie that's about to come out, okay? I mean, a lot of you guys are probably looking forward to the Batman Superman movie or the next Avengers movie. You're gonna love this one, okay? You're gonna really look forward to this one, okay? So I can't tell you guys, but when that movie is announced, I will say, you know what? Remember way back in June of 21st, 2014, when I attended that panel with Phil Morris? He told me about this movie then, okay? So I'll tell you when they officially announced this movie online or whatever, okay, when the whole public actually knows about it, I will say that, yeah, I knew this movie was coming because Phil Morris actually revealed it to us way back when. So yeah, we attended the panel. It was great, okay? After that, we went back and we went shopping for a little bit, went to the restroom, took a break a little bit, took some pictures, and then we went back, and then the auction happened. Now, the items in the auction were amazing, okay? These things are going for thousands of dollars on eBay. And there's one word that I can describe the auction, okay? Pathetic. The auction was pathetic, let's just face it. No one was bidding. It was sad. It was painful to see these things go for such a low price. I mean, it's a great deal. Don't get me wrong, it was a great deal for what people got them for. But I'm sure the people who are running this event really wish they got more out of these items, okay? #1, some of my favorite things I saw in the auction. There was a huge poster of Stan Lee's face, and it was signed by Stan Lee himself. That thing probably went to what, $500 on eBay. I would like assume, right? It went off for, I don't know, 30, 40 bucks. It was sad to see. I bet they were disappointed to see that thing go. And I actually won 4 of the auctions because I pity bid. You know what that means? It's like, I know this is supposed to go on for more. I'm just gonna raise up just to raise up the price, and I end up winning those events. So I won 40 auctions and things I didn't originally want, but I was like, really? No one's gonna bid? Okay, $15, and I won. I was like, man. Okay, so here's the things I got at the auction. I mean, they had beautiful stuff, by the way. Huge custom-made paintings, autographed by the actual artists and stuff like that. Comic books that are probably going for hundreds on eBay, but sold here. Winning bid was like few dollars, you know. One of the things was like a beautiful Sonic the Hedgehog poster that went off for like $1. I mean, it was sad. Okay, in the future, I would say start because all items started at $1. I think that was their big mistake. They should just start out. Okay, this item, if it's worth $100, let's just start out with 50 and go from there. You know, don't start at $1 because. But anyway, people got good deals. It was a steal, by the way. Like everything, all 4 things I bid on and I actually won. It was quite the steal. Okay. So let me show you what I got. The first thing I got here, and I'm really glad I got this one, by the way, was this Superman beach towel. It wasn't much, okay? And it feels good. Like, this feels like good quality stuff, man. And I will use this, maybe like, you know, as a door poster, or I may actually take it to the beach with me, okay? So, yeah, I love this beach towel. I'm really glad I got this for such a good price, okay? So the second thing is like 1 in 50. There's only 50 of these in the entire world, and I got it for, might as well say nothing, okay? So here it is. I won this at the auction that was at Smallville ComicCon 2014. This beautiful box right here, it's not the box itself, it's what's inside. Stainless steel Superman chain necklace right there, man. There's only 50 of these in the entire world, apparently, according to the dude. I mean, there's no confirmation of that. I can go online and probably see thousands of these or whatever, but as of right now, this is rare or something, you know? So there's like a picture of Superman up there at the top. There's a, yeah, beautiful. And this is smooth, you know, good quality stuff. So yeah, I got this necklace for practically nothing. The third item that I won, let me look for it here. I got all the items that I have up here. Was the Heather Kelly autograph poster. Now, after the auction went way too long, okay? It went a little over time. And they were supposed to start the costume contest. That costume contest started late. I actually left after the costume contest, so I didn't get to see who... but I really wanted to talk to her, get a better picture with her, in costume and stuff like that. And actually personalize the picture a little bit. It's like 2 David somewhere on there. But, you know, I won this, ran right up. She gave me a kiss on the cheek, you know, and I paid for it. And it was cool, you know. I actually tried to, I'm trying to get her on Facebook, you know. She's, trying to add her. So, yeah, one of the professional cosplayers at the con. I won this very nice photo of her, and I assume it's her husband. And finally, the final auction right here, let me look for it here. Here it is. Are these two. First of all, it's this keychain. It says Smallville ComicCon 1. Okay, very nice. And this was a really cheap win, by the way. And it's a very nice necklace. From now on, I will wear this necklace a lot. So every time you see me out, you know, out and about, you will see me wear this necklace. I mean, this is going to be my wearing necklace from now on, okay? So yeah, the auction... Some of these items should be going for a lot more, okay? But it seems like they start at $1, and by the time they get to like 30, people are tired of bidding and stuff like that, and it went way too long, man. And yeah, some of the items that I saw, like these full-blown statues, custom skateboards and stuff like that, they should have gone for a lot more than they did, okay? People should be a lot more hyped. That's the other thing. The auctioneer really needed to hype up some of these things, you know, pump up the crowd a little bit. You know, okay, here's a beach towel. Heather, can you pass this around for a little bit? Anyone at $1, $2? Come on, it's a beach towel. $3. I mean, he really needs to pump up the people. Be like, oh my gosh, this thing's this much. It's worth that much. You know, he's did it for a few things, but not everything. Like, he really need to pump up the crowd, like, make them a little more excited of what they're getting, you know? So, I would have to say there was only, out of the huge crowd of people, there's probably only, like, what, 10 active bidders, including me. So that was kind of sad. Okay, it was actually kind of painful to see all these autographed comic books that are worth a lot of money go for such low prices, but it was a steal. It was a great deal for a lot of people that won, okay? I'll just say that, but I'm sure the people who are running this event, who had these items from their personal collections and stuff like that, go for such a very low price. It was, that's kind of painful to watch. Like, if I had to take out stuff of my own collection, and because it was worth a lot, and I had to give it away, like, it's like that, yeah, so whatever. I'm sure overall I considered the event to be quite successful. So after the auction was the costume contest. Now I have to say some of the costumes were actually pretty cute. My friend, he's a huge fan of Avatar, the Nickelodeon cartoon, Avatar: The Last Airbender, and so there were some of these kids that had costumes. They look just like the characters on the show. So he was like, "Oh my gosh, the mother of these kids who made the costumes for these guys, she knows what she's doing. Okay, she's really good at what she does on making costumes. Okay, my personal favorite, the family that was like, it was Batman and Batgirl, and then the two kids were like Nightwing and Robin. Cute family. Okay, I personally want a family like that. So that was one of my favorites. The Halo people, they were nice. It was like a father and daughter team or something like that, and the Dalek, the Doctor Who Dalek. There was this one kid, he got aluminum foil, plastic cups, cardboard box, and he made a Dalek costume out of it. I was so impressed, man. Looking at that, it's like, oh my gosh, an actual Dalek costume made from stuff around the house. Very creative, okay? That kid was very creative with that costume, okay? I have pictures and stuff like that. I will upload a video of my experience later this week. So that's pretty much it. We left during the costume contest. I actually have no idea who won. I have an idea of who won, but I don't want to say it, you know. But hopefully someone announces who won the costume contest and stuff like that. It was actually pretty interesting to watch. So we shopped around a little bit more. I actually bought some comic books, which I will talk about. I do a monthly comic book haul on my channel. So every month I do, I pick up comics and I talk about them. So I'll talk about these 3 Harley Quinn comics later on in the month, okay? Probably this week. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my experience going to Smallville ComicCon. Good things I have to say. The admission price was great. It was, for the amount of content that was at the convention, I thought it was a very good deal, okay? In the future, I would love to see a lot more celebrities and faces. I mean, I understand this is the first one. Parking being free. Don't take that away from us. And another thing I have to say is that security was perfect. I remember going to Motaku, an anime convention up in Kansas City. That was horrible, man. People were sneaking in, and there were like multiple doors to get inside. Like, it was out of control. There's too many people, and at this place, it wasn't kids volunteering. It wasn't like, you know, kids volunteering to be security guards. There was actual security guards and cops standing around, guarding the doors, making sure that people are not supposed to be in there when inside. I have to say, you guys have a great staff when it comes to security. Actually, I was actually lost a couple times looking for the program and stuff like that. People pointed out. So all the volunteers and whatever that worked there, you guys were great. Okay, you pointed me in the right direction. When I needed to go to the restroom, you guys knew exactly where it was and stuff like that. When I was looking for whoever or this vendor or whatever, you guys knew exactly where to go. So people were there were actually very knowledgeable. They know what they were doing. Let's just say that. Okay. Cosplayers, unfortunately there were not a lot of cosplayers at this place. I mean, there were cosplayers, but not a lot. I wish there were more. The food court, or whatever you want to call it. There's like only one place that you can buy food from, to be honest with you. But the prices were great, okay? They weren't like super $7 for a water bottle. It wasn't like that at all, you know? And so the food court, the food area, great place to have food, and very affordable and stuff like that. It wasn't like crazy expensive stuff like that. T-shirts were only like $12. I love that, okay? I mean, having to have a souvenir T-shirt and for a very cheap price, that was great. One thing I do have to say is that there were not a lot of places to sit down. You know, if you want to rest. When I went to Planet Comic-Con, there were chairs all over the place. If you need a place to rest and sit down, there were tables and chairs where you need them, okay? This here, sure, you can sit on the ground, that's fine, but it would be nice to have like a chair here, a chair there, a couple tables or whatever, you know, just to sit down. I was like on my knees on the ground a couple times just to get stuff situated with myself and stuff like that. But, you know, those are just minor things, you know. A lot of good vendors. I like to see the people that sold like chain armor and stuff like that were there. I've seen them from previous conventions. Nice to see them there. Hastings, it was very surprising to see them. I actually live in the city that actually has their physical store that you actually visit, you know. Overall, I really enjoyed it. Not much to complain about, but in the future, you gotta do something about that auction, man. If you want to do an auction next year, I don't know what to do. I would have to say silent bidding. How about that? Have people like write down how much they want to bid for a certain item, and then give the highest bidder their prize. Okay, give them all day, because let's just face it. The auctioneer missed a lot of people. They would have made a lot more money if he looked over here a little bit, you know? Like, there's some more people raising their hands over here, but who's looking over here the whole time? Sold to that guy, but he never saw these guys raise their hands. He would have sold it for a lot more money, you know? And it was going way too slow, and that's kind of understandable, but some of the items on there, oh my gosh, I can't believe it went for the prices that they did. But good deal. You know, at least. So, I guess that's it. That's all I have to say about Smallville Comic-Con. If you guys make one next year, I will be there. Okay, I will be there at Smallville Comic-Con 2015 if you do have one. So, looking forward to it. Thank you for watching, people. Rate, favorite, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.